Hello everyone, Cousin here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1532 and New York Times Hot Sudoku for August 29th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1532. I'm gonna start with the word soupy. Alright, unfortunately, all the letters are not part of the word because they're all grey. So let's guess a completely different word, such as, what should I go with? I feel like just trace, something like that. Okay, that was actually not a bad guess. I placed the R and A as the second and third letter respectively, and I also know that T goes somewhere else in this word. Now, it could easily be an FT or an NT ending word, such as draft or grant. It could also be something like wrath. Yeah, I feel like FT or NT are gonna be the most likely. Um, don't think there'll be an I. So let's try draft, because that came to my mind first, and see what happens. Okay, it is RAFT ending, so I got that part correct. Now it should be graft. That's right. Alright, so I got today's final answer, graft, in 4 tries. Now I'll definitely take that, because I predicted the correct pattern, at least. I predicted the pattern on my third try, and it only needed me to, correct the first letter. And guessing trace was actually very, very handy. It was quite significant to, so that I can get the correct pattern. This trace guess was really, really key for, well, to me, actually. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll definitely take that. Got today's Wordle answer graphed in 4 tries. This is Wordle number 1532. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is August 29th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. Okay, so this one points left and this one points up. So in block 1, the digit 1 is forced into column 2. So a hidden 1 here and this one points down. This cell sees another 1. And 1 in block 6 is forced into one of these 2 cells. This 2 points up and this 2 points right. So in block 5, the digit 2 is forced into one of these 2 cells in column 6. So this 2 and a hidden 2 here points up, but this cell sees another 2. 2's over here also points up, this cell sees 2. And in block 9, 2 goes into one of these 2 cells. These 4's points left, and this cell sees another 4. The digit 6 in block 8 is forced into one of these 2 cells. And, Oh, I see that the digit 3 in block 4 is forced into one of these 2 cells which both lie in column 2. So 3, and a hidden 3 here points down to force the digit 3 into this cell in block 7. Or you could have looked at column 3. All of the open cells in this column, apart from this cell, see another 3. So the digit 3 in column 3 is forced into this cell. So there are multiple ways to place the digits. So you can use one of them. Most probably the one you see first, right? But anyway, same thing actually in column 3. These 2 cells, C5. But 5 is still missing from column 3, so the digit 5 in column 3 is forced into this cell, leaving an 8 and 9 pair up here, but this cell sees an 8. So actually, 8 and 9 this way to complete the column. The digit 8 in block 2 is forced into this cell, then these 8s point down, and then these 9s point right. So in column 7, the missing digits are 5, 6, 8, and 9. This cell sees 5, 8, and 9. So it can only be a 6. Well, you can always double check using this way. Using this method, this cell sees or cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. And keep in mind that in Sudoku puzzles, we absolutely cannot leave cells to be empty. Because empty cells break the Sudoku puzzle, right? So to avoid empty cells, I have to have at least one digit that goes into this cell, and now that this cell cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, well then 6 is the only possible digit that can go into this cell, so I must make this cell a 6. It is forced, because it cannot be anything else. 6 is the only possible digit. So there we go, this is a naked single 6. Then, the 6 points left, the 6 points up, so in block 2, the digit 6 is forced into row 3. So 6 and hidden 6 here points left, forcing the digit 6 into this cell in block 1, followed by the 1 which goes into this cell in block 1, and the cell sees 2. So 2 here and 4 in this cell to complete the block. And then in block 7, the digit 4 is forced into this cell. Alright, this 4 points up, and this 4 points right. So in block 2, the digit 4 is forced into row 1. So 4 here, and a hidden 4 here points right. Actually, I can just mark down the rows, right? 1, 4, and 5 are the missing digits of row 2, this cell sees a 1. And in column 7, the missing digits are 5, 8, and 9. This cell sees 5, so it's 8, 9, 5, 8, 9, 5, 8, 9. Okay, this 6 points down and this 6 points left. So in block 4, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. Then the digit 6 in block 6 is forced into this cell. Then the digit 1 in block 6 is forced into this cell. Okay, which actually places 1 in this cell in block 2, or you can say row 2. Then 1 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. Alright, so I see that I've marked down 6 and 8 in block 8. The other missing digits are 1, 3, and 7, but I also see that this 3 can only go into one of these 3 cells, which joins up with the 6 and 8 to form a 3, 6, 8 triple. As you can see in block 8, the digits 3, 6, and 8 are missing. These 3s, 6s, and 8s force these 3 digits into these 3 cells only in block 8. Yeah, so in order to fit 3, 6, and 8 into block 8, I have to make these 3 cells reserved for 3, 6, and 8. Right? So these 3 cells form the 3, 6, 8 triple, which eliminates all other digits from these 3 cells. In other words, this 3, 6, 8 triple makes the other 2 open cells in this block a 1, 7 pair. But now that this cell sees a 1, I can resolve it by placing 7 and 1 this way, which then gets the 1 placed in this cell in block 5 and into this cell in block 7. Now in column 4, the missing digits are 2, 3, and 5. This cell sees a 2. This cell also sees a 2, so in column 4, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, leaving behind a 3, 5 pair. Alright, in row 7, 5, 8, and 9 are the missing digits. This cell sees a 5. In column 1, 7, 8, and 9 are the missing digits, but these 2 open cells see another 7. So in column 1, the digit 7 is forced into this cell. Then these 7 points right, this cell sees another 7. In block 7, 5, 8, and 9 are the missing digits. This cell sees 5, this cell sees 9. So 5, 8, and 9, like this, which actually places 5 into this cell in block 7. And we've got an 8, 9 pair here. eliminating 8 from this cell, making the cell a 3. Right. You can also say that, well, it's actually true that these two cells form the 2-7 pair. As you can see in block 9, the digits 2 and 7 are missing. These 2s and 7s force both 2 and 7 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 2 and 7 into block 9, I have to make these two cells reserved for 2 and 7, so these two cells form the 2-7 pair, which eliminates all other digits from these two cells. 3 is certainly not 2 or 7, so 3 is eliminated from the 2-7 pair. 3 cannot go into these two cells, and these two, and the other two open cells here also see another 3. So in row 8, 3 is still a missing digit, so it has to go somewhere, so then it is forced into this cell. This cell is the only cell available for 3 in this row, so I have to place a 3 here. It can't go anywhere else in this row. Alright, then this cell sees 8, so 8 and 6 like this, which gets the 3 placed in this cell for the row. Okay, this 3 points up, this 3 points right. So in block 3, the digit 3 is forced into this cell, which then gets the 9 placed in this cell in block 3, then goes, 7 in this cell. 3 and 4 are the missing digits of row 1, but the cell sees 3. So 4 and 3 this way, which makes this 5 and this a 3 to complete the column, and 6 and 7 are the missing digits of row 3. And in column 5, 5, 6, and 7 are the missing digits, but 6 is forced into this cell for the column, because these two cells see 6. So 6 here for the column, but then also this cell sees 7. So 5 and 7 this way, making this 7. And in column 6, the missing digits are 2, 4, and 9. This cell sees 2 and 4, so 2 and 4 can only go into the other two open cells in the column, making this cell a 9. Then this cell sees a 7. So in this pair, 2 and 7 this way, this cell cannot be 9. 4, 5, and 8 are the missing digits of column 8. These 7's points left to force the digit 7 into this cell in block 4, then 3 is forced into this cell, making this cell 8 or 9 for the block, but this cell sees 8. So 9 and 8 this way, 9, 8, 9. And then, let's see, for the row, this cell is 2 or 4. This cell sees an 8 now. And for the column, this cell is 4, 5, or 8, but sees 5 and 8 now. So this cell can only be a 4, which makes this 5 and 4, 2 and 4, 2, 8 and 5 and 8, and this Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hot Sudoku in 10 minutes and 40 seconds. So I would say this Sudoku puzzle is mostly straightforward. Found all the key spots quite smoothly. Solved it quite quickly, I would say. So yeah, I don't think this was too tricky, but still I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. Well, the reason I say that is because, it's hard difficulty, right? Actually, the previous day's New York Times Hot Sudoku, the New York Times Hot Sudoku for August 28th, which was yesterday, if you're watching it on the day I posted, that one really stumped me. Like, I stared at the Sudoku puzzle for an hour. I literally stared for an hour and still could not find anything, so at last I had to look for a hint online, and I actually can't believe I missed a thing that you use so often in hard Sudokus, but anyway. Wow. So yesterday's puzzle, August 28th, was one of the few that I would actually say it is tricky. Or more difficult. Because it was quite difficult to find. Yeah, it was kind of tricky, so yeah, I even had to go online to search after I could not find anything after an hour, so that's how serious it went. So that, I would say, is tricky, but for this Sudoku puzzle, don't think it is that tricky, so Yeah, but unfortunately yesterday, well, it's kind of a good thing that I did no commentary because I'd be it would end up completely different if I did speak into the mic. But anyway, so yesterday's puzzle was a real tricky one. Today's was a lot better. So I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So I think towards the beginning, I don't know, it was just completing column 3 and having a look at column 7. Oh yeah, this naked single 6, right? This naked single 6, block 3, row 1, column 7. This was a naked single 6. This cell can this cell could not contain any other digit, so 6 was the only possible digit, so I had to make this a 6. Naked single 6 here. And then later on, I think that was the 368 triple, right? The 368 triple really helped a lot, because I can immediately place the 1 and 7 in the same block. So yeah, 368 triple in block 8. What else? Um, don't really recall any tricky spots. I feel like towards the end, the 2-7 pair in block 9 helped quite a bit. And, yeah, I don't know. Like, it just, it went really smoothly and solved it quite rapidly for today, so yeah, I would say the key spots are the naked single 6 in block 3, the 368 triple in, uh, block 8, and the 2-7 pair towards the end that was in block 9. So I would say these are the key spots. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and hopefully this video helped. So again, mostly straightforward. So today is August 29th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1532 and New York Times Hot Sudoku for today. I'll see you all next time. Bye!